afternoon. I'm just doing a little preview of the full moon ceremony for today, just a personal one I'm doing and blessing. These are my 13 goddess symbols. These are my 24 small but powerful quartz blessed crystals, all sizes and shapes. And then here are my crystals. I'm getting ready to bless them in a special ceremony for today. And this is my earth healing crystal grid and the 24 holy crystals that have been initialized and blessed in order to go with empower my grid there, our grid, keeper of the grid. And then the large ones and the smaller ones, and the angels, the goddess angels. Anyway, there's different parts to it that are significant. I just wanted to show you some of the real beautiful. Cleaning them in the sun today. This is the first time that I've had these crystals. I was in Sedona for the fall equinox, as I normally do, and I had a bless them and talk, and I had a vision. And in this vision, I had gone to Sedona, which I planned to do. I go there for the last 2 fall equinoxes, and my inner guides and some people I knew that were in Sedona that had also passed also communicate to me. And so when I was there during the equinox, I was doing a special group meditation, which I've been doing for a year. I've been with the group for 4 years, and we've been doing a global meditation monthly for many years, but this last 12 months was especially significant. And in it, going to Sedona, I was looking for some particular crystals that I've been working with, and I'm putting together some information about it, but it's not a straight shot like, gosh, plant some organic seeds in the ground and grow your beautiful herbs. It's a little convoluted. Unfortunately, some of it has oh boy, really strong wind. I'm losing some of my bags here. Yeah. Okay, I see that. Anyway, so then I went to a crystal rock gem show, and I had to drive out of town for it, but I thought, no, this is it. Get there before it starts. And so I just literally just walked around saying, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Do you happen to have that? And people were like, no, but I know what you're talking about. And I was like, okay. So then I ended up going to somebody, and they're like, well, people told me that you have this particular kind of crystal I'm looking for. And he's like, no, I don't. I had it in January. I don't have it now. And then he started talking to me like, okay, well, what are you looking for? What are you doing? And so I started telling him, yeah, I did say, well, I had this like vision. So, but you're in Sedona, and that's like, okay, so what vision or what guide, or it's very normal. So kind of on a mystic quest of sorts, right? So I told him the story, or not the vision, and he's like, I did have what you're talking about. And then I said, well, he'd asked me to contact him later because they were just getting ready to open. And I said, oh, by the way, do you have some of these other things I'm looking for? And he actually did. He had really a beautiful selection of a rare mineral that I'd been looking for. And he had a huge selection, and I loved it. So I was able to get one piece, but it was interesting because he was like, go take a look at those that you're asking about, and just tell me if you notice anything about any of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, so nervous. I was like, I do not test myself. Just doesn't it look like a heart? Oh my gosh, look at that. Beautiful. Thank you for the beautiful blessing. And I said, all right, I'm just going to be still. He's not really testing me. So what if he is? That's on him, not on me. Let me see what I can see. Let me see what is here. And there were some things that I had observed, and I held different ones, and I didn't really look at any of the writing on it. I was just trusting what I was feeling and being connected to my inner guidance. And so I had described a couple of qualities of them. And the one that I chose, I told him, I said, well, this particular one creates a sphere of healing. And this is how it works. And I think that was probably something that he told me a little bit more as I explained about it. And then he pointed out some things, and he showed me they came from different places of the earth and that were different qualities. And of course we know that even if it's a quartz crystal, it has different purposes according to where it was formed and where it's going to go, right? So this is shungite. And then, of course, you know, this is selenite. So, let's see my selenite too. Yeah, and so it was really amazing. I loved it. And so he ended up, got together afterwards, and it was only a couple of minutes away from my parents' house. And yeah, I got to come in and see all the gems and things that he had at his store. And he said, oh, I've got this grid. And so he started telling me about it. And we're just like talking. And I don't even know at what point he was like, I'm going to gift this to you. Oh, he had told me that too. I'm going to gift it to you. I'm like, you're going to gift it to me? He's like, yeah, I'm not going to sell it. It's not something you sell. It's something that somebody can use. And I had told him what I was looking to crystals for personal healing, family healing, earth healing. And my connections with Sedona and my connections with what I was doing. So the grid had been there for at least over 20 years. It might have been longer. I'm not exactly sure. But I came over one day for a session, and so he did a session with me. And it set up the grid and the crystals and all the things that go with it. It's a little bit different setup than what mine is, but everyone is, attuned differently, and so this works best with what I'm going to be doing, what I've been doing, and going to that next level. I'm sorry, my dogs are barking. It's the first day of 70-degree weather, and they've lost their minds. Everybody's going for walks, which is good. So I'm just clearing them in the sun. That's all I'm doing. Then the other thing is, so I laid on a bed of shungite, and again, I've had all different setups, but this is blessed shungite. And it's got some symbols in here too. Some blessed salts on the bottom. You might see some white when I initiated this tray. And yeah. So the base is the shungite for clearing and for setting our intention. And then I'm going to do this off camera, but then I have the 24 crystals that are part of the Earth Sedona portal grid. Plus, I have these 24 unique quartz blessed ones as well. And there's a couple of layers that go into it. But then this is also personal stones and actually essential oil that I connect with. So I'm putting it here. But anyway, I just wanted to give you the start of what I'm doing. And I'm just coming out here in the sunlight and just enjoying this beautiful day, and it is super, super windy. So I'm doing exactly what it needs to do, and I'm grateful for this beautiful day. Glorious, windy, beautiful. Thank you for being with me.